Both players starting to the right side of the map. We have close positions, and starting to the top right of the map is our Protoss player for LGIM. It is
LGIM Seed.
losing map number 1 against his opponent. And now he has to win on Entombed if he wants to force the third. To the bottom right, we have his opponent. It is the Towel Terran. Yes, starting on the blue, we have
FXO Gumiho.
Gumiho. Not even bringing the towel out today. He says, not sweating it. Oh, there it was.
Huh?
The SCV was like, come on. All right.
Give me the 150. Here we go. And action.
I told you I was trying to finish that chapter of the book. You said to go build the barracks right now. I could have waited a few more seconds, finish my chapter. No, you guys made me go make the barracks. So I was like, I wasn't even going to dance around like the other SCVs do when they wait for the barracks money. Oh, 2 racks possible here. Definitely going to be going for that.
And Seed has the scout out. Seed wants the scout. The question is he going to see the second barracks? Is he looking for it? Because right now he is only trying to get into the main base. And of course now Gumiho could actually try to trap him in the main base.
Yeah, he can delay his orbital and trap the probe, but that would be so crucial. Not going to do it though. Well, it's still possible. Yeah, he will. Now he sees the gases, but he will not get out. Boom. Locked in.
There we go. You can see, of course, you can see whatever you want to do. There's no gas, there's no expansion just yet, but I will take down your probe and you will never spot my second barracks.
This type of build is so scary because in all appearances, it looks like, oh, maybe I should cut some corners here to try to get ahead, but actually it's a more aggressive build, so that's, you know, the twofold problem.
So let's see what exactly Seed is going to do. I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious that Gumiho wants to be a little bit more aggressive about this. But is Seed really able to hold this aggression off? He's probably going to start with this one gateway into expansion now once again. Not adding additional gates, but he's just currently building his first Stalker.
Luckily for him, he made the Zealot. That's going to really help him hold off the Marine pressure. You know, possibly if he pulls a few SCVs with it as well. Hiding the Zealot, actually, interesting choice. And Gumiho is waiting for a lot of Marines before attacking. He comes in here, he will see the timing of the Stalker.
And Gumiho also spotted him on the first position.
Yes.
So that will help him a bit as well. Yeah, but as you said, he sees the Stalker, he's starting the Scout here, and now Seed already waiting until he has the 400 minerals to build the Nexus. He's at 300 now. And Gumiho, when exactly are you going to move out? Has a lot of minerals banked up now. Can start with the expansion, and there it is on the production tab.
This allows him a little bit more aggressive timing to attack, a little bit faster. Oh, and if Seed actually comes up here and tries to poke, he's got everything set up in place to trap. This may be something he tries to go for. Hiding a few of his Marines, and no, Seed's not going to try it. Well, maybe when he gets the second Stalker.
Yeah, he's waiting for the second Stalker, and now he sees the army. Sees the Stalker counter, the Marine counter. A couple of Marines to the left side, though. Only 3 of them. Yeah, but Gumiho can't really move out against those 2 Stalkers. Yeah. He will take a lot of damage if he tries to do so.
If he wants to do that, he's going to have to bring just a few SCVs. And good micro by Seed. Gumiho not able to pull the Marine back. Nice target there. Oh, and here comes the trap I was talking about earlier.
He's moving in from both sides right now and forces Seed to fight. The Zealot is already gone. And the first Stalker died as well. The second one trying to escape here. And now the rest of the Marines just moves across the map. And Seed immediately throws down 2 additional gateways. He needs them now.
And he's only got 2 sentries back at home. Not even an additional one being made right now. Oh, this is such a scary position for him. Gumiho hesitating a little bit, though. Here come the rest of those Marines. He gets another Stalker here. He's got 2 sentries and a Stalker. He's going to have to micro very well. I don't even think he's going to bring probes down to the low ground until he gets another warp end. That would be suicide to try to attack the sentries like that.
Gumiho is trying to build another command center now. He's already going for command center number 3, getting ahead in economy once more. Supply is dead even at this point. Here we have them, all 3 of them. The first one is getting upgraded into an orbital.
Nice patience by Gumiho. Just very aggressive with this build and all over the map. Microing much better than Seed there in the middle of the map. Got to be careful about those line of sight blockers. But yeah, I mean, Gumiho is taking the 3rd command center, and with this Seed is, you know, he did lose more resources, but a lot of Gumio's Marines are damaged, and he's taking the third Nexus right now.
Yeah. Both of them going for the 3 bases, and Gumio has to be a little bit careful with how he played this so far. He's behind in Harvesters. He has to rely on the Mules here to get the income even again. And this third base was a pretty cool idea, but on the other hand, we have Seed with the third Nexus on his own. And he's trying to be the aggressor in this game now, moving out, both of them with the same army supply. But Seed ahead overall, as his worker supply is actually looking pretty good as well.
Yeah, and Seed is going to continue to pull ahead if Gumio does not pressure here. With the timings of his stim, he has an aggressive timing to move out by ground. He's even got a 4th barracks coming up, but he's not going to be able to use medevacs for a while. And against a purely gateway units being thrown out off of 3 Nexi, Seed should have enough weapons to defend an attack simply by ground.
Both of them just relying on their economy at this point, trying to get as many harvests as possible. We have 33 against 45, the Mules of course in addition to Gumio. And he's just now starting his tech, going for stim, going for the combat shield, adding all those reactors, extra gases at the base that he has. He's probably going to take his third fairly soon. He has a lot of orbitals right now, of course. 3 bases against 2, but 4 orbitals.
And...
sorry.
2 bases against 3 and 3 orbitals.
Yeah, exactly.
But and that's the Mules help out a lot, but Seed does have the better saturation with that 3rd base, and that kind of counteracts things a little bit.
Yeah.
eBay is going up with the factory. Gumio just does not have an army that's strong enough to pressure Seed just yet. And Seed is actually moving out, wants to take control of the Watchtower and possibly temporarily deny the 3rd.
Seed is just looking really strong now because in income he is way ahead of his opponent, and he has the 3rd. He's moving out, he has the better army. Seed is looking really strong. He's going for Blink again, and Gumio is definitely in trouble.
He is. Now that the Zealots are together with the Stalkers, he's able to fight that army. And since Stim wasn't done, he didn't get the chance to Stim and retreat. Not clearing up the Watchtower, I think, is a slight oversight. Could have picked off those units there. 4 additional gateways with Blink here. He wants to hit a big attack using that Blink to micro defensively once he gets to the 3rd base. Gumio now with no medevacs just yet. His reactor is on the way, so is the starport. He's lost so much mining from having that 3rd command center up there so late.
He lost a lot of mining time, exactly. We have now the orbital being placed at the mineral line, but if you just compare the income and everything, then Seed is way ahead of his opponent. He can just spend all this money on additional units now, as even getting the double forge for his upgrades. So this is something that is going to be very hard for Gumio to catch up on.
Yeah, Gumio is getting his 1-1 upgrades right now, but with Chrono Boost, he will not be far behind. The gateway count is insane. He is putting pylons all over the map, though. It doesn't look like he wants to actually attack very soon, which is fine, but the problem becomes he needs to get Templar Archives up. He needs to get that Storm, and there's the Templar Archives just as I say that. And Gumio needs to sort of think about how he wants to proceed here.
Seed just needs to get some area effect damage into the game, and he chooses to go for Storm. +1/+1 has now been started for him, of course, being supported by the Chrono Boost, whereas we have Gumio still on 3 bases, and he can actually take a 4th base very early.
Yeah. And Gumio now, talking about army supply, he's only 3 army supply down, 68 to 63, but the worker count, 73 to 60 in Seed's favor. He's cut worker production, doesn't want any more of that, wants to get his army out primarily. He's not going to be taking a 4th for a while.
And we have the Ghost Academy now. Gumio with the Ghost Academy is now trying to have something in his army composition to counter those ghosts and to make sure that the Terran army is weakened as well. And now this is exactly what we talked about earlier with the positioning that we have. It's going to be very dangerous for either one of them to be caught at the 3rd base when the opponent is moving in at the natural, so splitting the army is really important.
Yeah, especially when you have 23 Zealots in your composition that cannot attack units that are on the low ground or run into each other, especially the Archons as well. Any sort of melee type unit or closing the distance unit you have is tough to fight with, but Seed's going to fight on open ground here. Blinks in, nice position by Gumio on the other side of that hole, but the problem is he's losing several units with good force fields by Seed. 3 ghosts on the way, but a bit late, I have to say, and now Seed 30 supply up here.
Yeah, Seed is definitely ahead in supply, and as you just said, we had a few of those force fields that tried to trap units, didn't trap too many of them.
And he wants to get in here. He barely gets through, but those depots will not hold.
No, they will not. He's trying to bully his way through up the ramp. At the same time, we have a drop now at the natural third base. But Seed is trying to engage. He has the Arcans and everything, trying to attack. And Gumiho drops in supply so far. A decent defense by the Terran player, but it just looks like Seed has too much.
Yeah, he hits EMPs on the Archons, but they're still alive, doing so much damage.
He loses the medivac that was actually full with units, and now he's down to 80 supply. Gumiho is definitely out of luck here. Seed is giving him a run for his money.
GG. Game number 2 goes to Seed. Ties